It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yeah, welcome back as we continue to explore some very exciting tech that you probably should know, but probably don't know right now. We are continuing the conversation around technology and innovation this World Creativity and Innovation Day, because we can all do with a little more innovation in our day-to-day. And we all use WhatsApp on the daily, but there is so much that WhatsApp can do that I bet you didn't know about. I certainly didn't know about any of these things. And Grant is here to run through a couple of tips and tricks that will definitely help you to make the most out of this platform. Just going through some of these things, I'm amazed that I haven't figured these out before, because they are really helpful.
One of the things when you work with technology that you're familiar with, we actually stop learning. And
get complacent.
You get complacent with it. So with something that as everyday usage as WhatsApp, it's such a nice place to learn how to do something. So I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks that you may or may not have known about just regular WhatsApp. This isn't WhatsApp Business. I know a lot of people are doing that. This is just regular WhatsApp. So just help organize your experience there and make it a little bit easier.
Because honestly, 80% of my communication with the world out there is now happening via that platform. And I think we've all gotten over our security anxiety attached to this platform. So now let's move on with day to day. So what's the first tip you've got for us?
So the first thing is that you have the ability to pin a chat. So pinning a chat means that you can take a chat thread and you can make sure that it's on top of the rest of your threads. So on my WhatsApp over here, and I'm going to show you a little trick, those files and transfers chat, I'm going to show you that trick a little bit later. But I have a group chats that I've got pinned. As you can see, it's got a pin on the side. If you want to pin a chat, you hold the chat down, and then on the top of the screen, you'll see there's literally like a pin icon. And if you click that pin icon, it will then pin to the top. And then the chat will jump to the top of the screen.
Oh, that's brilliant. Like with our wedding groups, I've got so many little wedding groups happening at the moment, some that only the guys can see, and then some for all of us, and then, you know, so it helps. It's going to help me so much. I love that.
Yes, and
simple and easy.
The next one is something that I actually only learned recently. So you get WhatsApp for desktop, and they've been putting a lot of effort into making WhatsApp for desktop cool. If you download it and install it as opposed to using it through a browser like Chrome, you have the ability to make calls through it. So yeah, so if you've got a microphone and a headset with your computer, you can call people, like WhatsApp call people through your desktop, which is very nifty.
That's phenomenal.
So it's a great productivity thing. So sometimes I'm just working.
Especially for you, because you're at your desktop for 80%
and
of the day.
and it makes WhatsApp way more valuable, because like if with a normal phone call, you've got to pick up the phone and call. But now with WhatsApp desktop, you can just like make the call while you're busy working on another document, or just like quickly like tap somebody that you're working with, going like, listen, I don't understand this. Can you quickly explain it to me?
While I've got it open on my desktop. Talk me through it. I love that. Absolutely
which is really cool.
Brilliant.
You can also have the ability to make a message unread. So, so this is something that, because I use the unread, you can see at the top of my chat screen here, it says 189 unread chats. It's my to-do list. So like if I need to get back to somebody, I need to do it. And sometimes you click on a chat and then you've read it.
You will have seen it, but then you move on very quickly, especially if you've got ADHD like you and me, you move on very quickly with that.
Very quickly. So what I do over here is like, here's Lucian's number. I'm just going to hold this down. And in the top right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that there is a, like, I call it a deelteken, the 3 dots.
The deelteken, sure.
There's a mark as unread. And then it will bring up a green dot for you so that you can still see.
And does that incidentally remove a tick from the person who's sent you the message?
No, it won't remove.
You can't undo embarrassing moments with this. That's not what we're saying here. It doesn't give you a backdoor to do that.
No.
But it's more, as you say, to make sure that you stay on top of all of your communication. But you said you can do it with 3. So don't overload it, hey?
Yes,
okay, I get that. Great.
And the next one is you can send a voice note without using your hands, which is quite nice. Well, I say that. A lot of people don't know this because they sit and hold the voice record button for a while. So I'm going to do the same thing with Lucian. So I'm going to go, you go like this, and you go, hi, what's going on? But you swipe up. And at the top of the screen, you'll see that there's, it records while you're doing it, and I've got my hands free, it's still busy recording, and then I can just pause it or send it, which is very cool. And then the last thing I actually wanted to show you, it wasn't on my list, but it's something that I think is very cool.
Okay.
At the top of this, you see on my screen, I've got files and transfers. You can't, a lot of people have a friend that they send themselves links to. I don't know if you do this. You go like, don't answer this. I'm just sending myself a link because I need to access it later on my computer or whatever the case
Okay,
is.
for sure. I know what you mean, yeah.
So what I do is I've set up a group, right, with a friend. And then I kick the friend out of the group. So I'm the only member of the group. And then that becomes a WhatsApp chat like this. And then I'm able to then send myself links and any important files to my phone from my desktop. And then what I've done, well, like we spoke a little bit earlier, is I've pinned it to the top of the screen. So above all my chats is my files and transfers list.
It becomes like a nice little bulletin board where you can store all of that info. It's a little bit lonely having a group for one, but I understand it's for productivity. I get it. These are amazing, and I think made even more so by the fact that they've been sitting right underneath your nose and at your fingertips, and you probably haven't used them. I've also noticed there but a few references to paddling. Have you played paddle tennis before?
No, I'm in the group, and I mean to go. It looks. I'm very excited because Amble is big into tennis, and I used to play tennis at school, and it's the kind of the nice combo between tennis and squash, So. And
well, buddy, you're in luck because we've got some of the best in the world hitting Cape Town's shores as the world tour reaches South Africa. So maybe this will inspire you, ladies.